Hello? I can't hear Jordan. What? Huh. You can hear me though, right? Yeah, I can't hear him at all. Here. I'm going to look like you today. Wear headset. Ready?
Well,
Oh, there
leveled
we
up. I work good. Okay, we'll try that again. Welcome to Puckin Around, everybody. My name is Jordan. You may know me as Shot Props. Joining me as usual, Tyson, aka at Spittin' Picklets. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
The season is winding down. Playoffs are around the corner. We got a few games left. So we're just gonna dive in. Anything you want? I'm just pulling up my screen. Anything you want to comment on in the hockey world right now?
Not hockey world, sports world.
Okay, what do you got?
Rory McIlroy, baby. I had him pre-tournament, put a full unit on him, plus 878 after the 30% boost. Came through, made me sweat though. Oh my God. I got to tell you, I was so mad on the first day. I was like, oh, Rory's in contention, -4, 3 strokes off Rose. Then he goes out, goes +4 over those 2 holes. I was pissed. And then on Saturday, on Friday, he's within the lead. And I'm like, damn, dude, you'd have the full outright lead if you just parred those. But he ended up coming through. Thank God. My bank account appreciates it. Also, I'm coming off a little bit of a sweep last night. Only 3-0, but 4-0. I had a Demidov point, Demidov goal, Audi saves, which we talked about, and then Kempe shots.
Very nice. 4 for 4.
Hell yeah.
I also hit 100%. 1 for 1.
Hell yeah.
Montembeau saves, bit of a sweat, but he got there.
Yeah, you had to wait to overtime for that, eh?
Yeah, they taxed a couple, but yeah.
Yeah,
he
that
got
happens.
there. So yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does. It's not a huge shock. All right. Yeah, big debut for Demidov. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Montreal.
God,
we'll talk about them. We'll talk about them soon. Let's jump into the first game. We've got the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Buffalo Sabres, rather. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net for the Sabres. Anthony Stolarz in net for the Leafs. Buffalo on a 3-game losing streak. Toronto on a 3-game winning streak. 8-1-1 heading into the playoffs. With that being said, they still are both of these teams giving up about 30 shots against per game. Buffalo giving up the most shots to centers. The Leafs giving up the 10th most. Buffalo scoring the second most goals for. Leafs second fewest goals against. And then lastly, Buffalo also allowing the 9th most goals against, and UPL giving up nearly an extra goal per game compared to his partner in James Reimer. Let's go to Tyson to see if anything stands out. As Tyson's pulling up his screen, I'll also say, if you have a play you want to share, questions for us, something you want us to look at, let us know in the chat. We get to as many as we can. Tyson, floor is yours.
I think, considering where we are in the year, it's perfect time for Shot Props to bring out what he's best known for, always looks for: milestones. Yearly milestones, and like, I guess career milestones as well.
Just got a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drop one just because I know the Canucks in and out, but like Quinn Hughes can break the all-time Canucks record for points by a defenseman, so put him in a parlay tomorrow. But like, they're obviously going to be going for it to get it out of the way, right? So, some good to look for.
So we have a few, and I'm going to give a big shout out to at Brewski. That's 5 eyes. Give him a shout out, shoot him a message. He said he did an hour's worth of research in putting together season-long milestones. So I'm going to reference that. But yeah, if you find this useful, shoot him a message, give him a follow, let him know you appreciate this work at Brewski on Twitter/X with 5 eyes. Not affiliated with us, but he drops some great information, so we'll reference that throughout the show. In this particular game, Tavares sitting at 38 goals, Nyes sitting at 29 goals. I also believe Marner is at 99 points. They have one game left after milestones in play on the season, and I'm just double checking, but I believe Austin Matthews currently sitting 399 career goals.
And I think this was also put in the chat there, but like, what about like a Matthews goal, Marner assist parlay? Could do that.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Like scoring against Buffalo. Look at this. His last 7 games. He's got goals and sticks of them.
Which is nice. That's what you'd want to see.
Yeah. Was there any shots? Let's just go through our normal routine here. Was there shot targets? I'm pretty sure centers on
centers. So if you think Tavares is going for it, he's got 9 goals over his last 10 games. Matthews obviously
plus 120. Plus 120 for over 2.5, but I don't think he's good on the road. Oh, he's okay. 42% compared to 48.9.
Do we have some weird mic effects going on? Is something wrong?
You did, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's probably like, the internet then.
It was like, and then you'd say something.
I'm gonna guess that's the internet. I apologize, folks. We will see what we can do about that.
It's all good.
So Tavares plus 120. Like we said, he's going 2 goals away from 40. He's also worth noting for him. He's up for a new contract. I think coming into the season, I think a lot of Leafs fans thought he might be on the way out. Having a pretty good year though.
I don't love this volume. Like he's only getting 4 shots, but
for sure.
But I mean, he's always getting 2 shots. You know. So I mean, you could buy him down to 2 and put him in a parlay if you want, but I mean, plus 120 is pretty good value, especially if the Sabres are allowing the most shots to centers. Matthews obviously looks a little bit better, especially the history. Cleared in 4 straight against them, 6 of the last 7. Volume isn't fantastic. Has a volume lately. Not good either. But, I mean, what is it? 399 career goals? So he could be firing especially against a bigger opponent like the Sabres. I just want to point this out. If you get anyone at half a shot on goal line for plus 400, I don't care. Take it. 4 attempts last game is pretty damn good. I don't know.
What book is
DraftKings? I would bet that.
God. So I should say, shout out to Waggy. We did not do this publicly. I'm putting him on screen here. Waggy, what's going on? Glad to have you here. Go Wings. Waggy, big Wing fan. And Millie. Going Flyers ML. That's a very interesting game. I am looking forward to getting into that.
Millie's just a Philly guy, so he's obviously going to be a homer. But whenever he comes in here and says Philly money line, like I swear they win every time.
He knows.
The only thing though with that game, and we'll get to it later, but like Montreal losing to Chicago last night keeps Columbus in the hunt, and they need every point they can get. So I feel like Columbus will be playing a little harder, but let's get back to this game. I'm probably just going to lean into the milestone angle there. My favorite would probably be Matthews shots if you wanted to play some shots here, just because he's going for that career number 399, but I might just go goal and assist with Marner. Kind of correlated milestones for each of them. So, and then, I mean, if you got DraftKings and you can get that Ostlund half a shot at plus 390, I'd absolutely sprinkle half a unit on that.
He's interesting. He's a 4th line center. They also have him listed on the 2nd power play unit.
Perfect. I mean, his attempts
giving up the 9th most power plays against over the last 30 days.
It's a really good line for what it is, especially coming off a 4-shot attempt game.
It's a fascinating look. Absolutely.
Can you check DraftKings? You got it?
Yeah, I have it actually pulled up. 1 second. We have. Don't see it.
So it's lying. Okay.
I don't know. I'm using the app, so maybe Maybe I'm just missing it, but I don't know. Prop.cash pulls it from them, so it probably
Should be
somewhere. I don't know.
accurate.
If you
Yeah.
find it, okay. Waggy also saying he's not seeing it just yet as well. So keep an eye out though.
Yeah.
Let's take a. Oh, can you look at Tavares goals real quick while you're on the goals tab?
Plus 200 is pretty good. He has been scoring a ton.
Okay, dried up a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just worth noting. Okay, well, let's take a quick look at the goalies. I believe we'll have goalie lines here we can look at.
What's the model say?
Yeah, I gotta pull it up. I don't think either were a play here, though.
UPL
Stole.
22.5.
Oh, Tyson's considering it.
It just seems low against Toronto.
Toronto doesn't shoot. Only 27 shots a game, surprisingly. Okay, my model's taking forever to load. This is fun.
Oh, so I have Noah Osland on my book, but I can't go to one shot. It's just two at plus 525.
Interesting.
It's not even
So
an
if you
option.
get
It's Podog. But yeah.
Get the Austin line. Let us know. Okay, this is crazy. This is
Any
so
edge
slow.
here for goalies?
Here we go. I got it. Maybe. Once I load it once, we're good for the rest of the show. So my computer's just very slow today. Okay, here we go. Finally, I have 26.1 expected saves for Stolars, 24.4 for UPL, which I believe is pretty close to the lines. UPL's almost a 2-point edge. Almost. That's what I
Something we can circle back on.
Yeah, it would be a strong lean. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will keep it moving. I do have two plays that I think, two goalie plays that I think are solid tonight. Okay. See what Tyson thinks. Next up, we got the New Jersey Devils at the Boston Bruins. Boston 14th most goals for, Devils 18th most goals against. Boston's also allowing a ton of goals, 10th most goals against. The Devils, low volume in terms of shooting and shots against. Boston also not a high volume team, 25 shots a game, 8th most shots against though. They are a decent matchup to centers and wingers in terms of shots. I don't know if there's much value in terms of props, but we'll see if Tyson has anything or if the chat has anything. New Jersey at Boston. Also, assume all games are meaningless from a playoff perspective unless we note otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, this game means absolutely nothing to either team. The Devils have locked up first-round matchup against the Canes. And the Bruins suck. I'm not going to have much in this one. I mean, Luke Hughes looks pretty good for his shots. You could even buy it up.
Yeah, decent matchup for D-Man. How's his volume? He's shooting enough?
Yeah. For a 1.5 line as a parlay piece, it's really good.
3, even 3. 7.5 attempts.
Yeah, and he's clearing 3 in every game over his last 6. So that's
7.5 looks like it's saying it's going to be around plus 150 according to Sleeper. It's not a bad number at all.
What did you say? Sorry?
Plus 150 for over 2.5 on Sleeper.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good.
I think there's better games we can get to.
How were Boston to D? I missed that.
12th most, and then 8th most shots overall. So that's not a bad target.
Yeah, Luke Hughes would be the only thing I'm really considering in this game. I mean, the Devils have been so bad since Jack Hughes is out. Like, they're just so boring to watch. They got blown out by Boston last time they played. I had Markstrom in the finals, still ended up winning, but my fantasy hockey league. So I'm in 2 fantasy hockey leagues, won both this year.
Ooh.
$800, baby. Woo!
There you go. Plus 200 for Hughes is where he's saying on DK. That seems a little. Oh, plus 200. Yeah. No, that's really good.
That's
actually.
Great. That's great.
Worth noting. Luke Hughes, top power play unit, top defensive pairing. No Dougie. He might have been playing there before as well. I'm not or they've kind of rotated that.
Yeah, Luke used to be the only one I'd look for in this game.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
And Boston
Goalies?
actually not taking a ton of penalties since Marchand has left, apparently. Both goalies are confirmed. You might have to reload props that cash. This might
I
have
got
been
'em.
recently confirmed. We got Swayman, 23.5, Jake Allen, 21.5. My numbers, I did not look at this one before the show. I have 24.6 for Swayman, so just a 1.1 edge, 22.95 for Allen, 1.5 edge there as well. So leans to the over, but nothing
Not good
crazy,
enough.
especially in this game. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of games. I don't want to touch that
We're
one.
going to keep moving. All right. Next up, let's take this back. We got the Chicago Blackhawks at the Ottawa Senators. Chicago played yesterday, took care of business in Montreal. Took a little while. They gave up a 2-goal lead. Nobody knew that they scored a goal in the shootout.
I saw it right away. I don't know how they
He's
couldn't
like
catch it.
it was Nazar, right? Or Nazar. He
Yep.
saw it. I don't know how the ref didn't see him celebrating. Like obviously he knows. But
Even the Amazon broadcast didn't see it. Like they showed the behind the goal view, and like you saw it go right up there and stick. I don't know how they missed it.
But nobody in the rink. They let another shootout. They let the Montreal. I think it was Line.
Hey, NHL, if you're watching, I mean, I saw that, so hire me.
Then announced it. Anyways, Chicago giving up the sixth most goals against, 4 per game. Chicago putting up 25 shots, 4 per game. Ottawa allowing the third most shots against. That's 31 per game. They are on a 2-game winning streak. Ottawa shooting the 11th most. Chicago allowing the 10th most shots against. It's a good to great matchup for centers and wingers on both sides in terms of shots. We will go to Tyson for some player information. We do have one goalie, Anton Forsberg, is confirmed on the Senators side of things.
Just trying to scroll here.
Absolutely. Actually, your boy Batherson might be worth looking at.
Plus 110, 5 out of last 10. Not terrible. His attempts are pretty decent.
Head-to-head's not great.
No, head-to-head isn't great either. But who's been shooting for Ottawa since Brady has been? I don't know if anybody has really stuck out.
Yeah, I'm looking at their top 4. Nobody's above 2 except for Batherson.
Sanderson looks pretty good.
Okay.
Cleared 4 straight. Yeah, 4 straight. Volume's pretty consistent. Hasn't cleared against the Blackhawks, but
it is not a great matchup. But Blackhawks do a decent job against defensemen. But where's he playing?
Got to be top power play.
Whoa, what? I don't know if he's playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, according to TSN 1200. Yeah, he's not listed. Yeah, here, I'll pull it up real quick. He is not listed. Yeah, okay. Reyes is saying the same thing. Some players out for Ottawa. Well,
yeah,
that's pretty good. So yeah, no Sanderson.
That's what sucks about this time of year. Like they're just rested players.
It's not usual. I feel like it's not. This year seems a little worse than usual.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it's because a lot of matchups are locked in already.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ottawa can't move up or down. They're playing whoever finishes first in the Atlantic. So what do they have to play for?
So let's look at who's out.
Millie says, welcome to the NBA.
Sanders. Yeah, NBA I've heard is just terrible. Every night. Not even at the end of the year. Sanderson, Kachuk, Giroux, all out. Okay, so I did have a lean in this one. Let's look at some goalies. We'll go back to Tyson.
Well, there's only one you could have.
So Anton Forsberg, my number 24.87. It is a back-to-back for Chicago. Like you said, Ottawa doesn't have a lot to play for. Chicago is a young team. You got to hope the coach is pushing them to, maximize every game, get that experience. Your season's almost done. And the Senators have been leaking shots, 31 against. So in terms of what their goalies are averaging, Allmark 25.86 saves per game over his last 7. Forsberg 30.6 saves per game over his last 5. Worth also noting, Chicago is not putting up a ton of goals, so you expect them. They will have to keep shooting. So
I just want to look at how many shots they've taken on the latter half of back-to-backs.
Let me know. And then in terms of lines, just because, like mentioned at this point in the season, important to look at the lines. The Blackhawks are not missing anybody, so it's the typical lineup that they're running with.
It's their last game of the year too, so
over 21 and a half, minus 115. I think with that edge, I can't pass it up. I may not make it a full unit play. But yeah, there we go. Oh, also, sorry, I did say we were going to shout out at Brewski with 5 eyes milestones. We missed a couple in last game. Nason for the Devils has 19 assists. Holla has 9 assists. Lindholm, 29 assists. And in the Leafs Sabres game, Ryan McLeod, 19 goals. In this game, what do we got? Foligno is 19 assists. Teravainen, 58 points. That could be a fun sprinkle if you think they do dominate. Teravainen for 2. I don't know how they look great.
He got up to 58. That's pretty good for how bad the Blackhawks have been.
Yeah. We have a question from Twitter user DJ Begley, UPL. What did I say?
We kind of looked at that, and it seemed
UPL,
low for against Toronto.
So yeah, here's what I'll say about UPL. His line 22.5, minus 130 to the over on DraftKings. My projection for him is 24.44. If he was 24.5, that would be a play for the model. So he just barely misses. So if you like that over, I support that one for sure. That's a barely miss for me. I just don't know what to expect out of that game. But yeah, numbers wise, looks very good, DJ. So if you like that one, no problem playing that. Tice, anything else in this one, or did you find any information on the back-to-backs?
Well, I have to do it all by hand, so.
Gotcha.
I'm almost done.
Okay, we will give him a second. Okay, so our next game is going to be, I'll just tee it up while Tice is still looking. Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. We'll take a quick look at the playoff picture. Montreal losing yesterday to Chicago makes it very interesting. So here's where we're looking at. Montreal currently sitting at 89 points. They have 1 game left. If Columbus wins out, they will have the tiebreaker in terms of regulation wins. So they would be, tied in points, but they would have the tiebreaker. So Columbus is going to need this game in Philly. Tyson's just pulling it up to see what he thinks of Blackhawks on back-to-backs.
They averaged 24.3 shots per game.
24.3 on back-to-backs. Lines at 21.5, and this team is giving up 31 shots against per game. So it will be a play for me in terms of how much. It'll be between 0.5 and a unit. So I'll figure that out. But definitely like that one. Big edge.
3.2 goals.
And last game of the season. So, and Ottawa has nothing to play for. Missing Sanderson, missing Giroux, missing Kachuk.
What was the line? 21.5?
21.5.
So 24.3 shots average minus 3.2 goals average is 21.1 saves per game.
Yeah, and that's only on back-to-backs, and I don't know who they played. And
some of these games were against top opponents. So
this is a terrible team.
And
or not terrible. Sure, not terrible team. They're giving up a lot of shots.
Yeah. Terrible
All right.
playoff team, dude. Terrible playoff team.
Okay, so there we go. First play for me. Anton Forsberg over 21.5 saves, minus 115. Let's call it a half unit for now, but I may bump that up. Also, like I said, UPL just missed. So if you like the Leafs to shoot, I think the numbers line up for UPL. Okay, we'll keep it moving. Columbus taking on the Flyers. As I just mentioned, Columbus wins out. They are in the playoffs. If they do not, they are out. Very, very simple. Both these teams actually scoring a ton. Top scoring teams in the league, 4 and 4.5 goals per game, respectively. Columbus, sixth most shots for, fourth most shots against. Flyers not shooting a ton, middle of the pack in terms of shots against. Columbus is the best matchup, or is the second best matchup for wingers. Great matchup for defensemen. Seeing a couple of comments in the chat, so we'll go to those. This is Jet Greaves in net for the Blue Jackets. Sam Urson in net for the Flyers. Jet Greaves, first star of the week. I think the stat was only the only person who scored on him was the all-time leading scorer.
Probably.
So, something like that. Okay, so comments. CBJ team total over 3.5 is plus money. Philadelphia giving up 3.43 goals against per game on average. Columbus scoring 4. This game means everything. And Waggy's following it up with a stat. They scored 4 or more in 11 of their last 12 wins. Flyer matchup is great.
Go off, Waggy.
Waggy's, yeah, some good stats. I also, once again, shout out at Brewski 5 Eyes for giving us some research. Werenski currently sitting at 78 points. Fantilli, 29 goals. Monahan, 19 goals. And Olivier, 18 goals. They have 1 game left after this. Bobby Brink, 28 assists, 39 points. Couturier, 28 assists. And Paling, 18 assists. They also have 1 game left. So there you go in terms of milestones for the season. All right, let's go to Tyson. We got a first question about a play. Owen Tippett shots. Tyson's ready to go.
That's what I had. This is the one that kind of I like the best. Like as soon as he said the Blue Jackets are allowing a ton of wing, I looked at Konechny, Tippett, and Michkov. Don't love the price on Michkov here, minus 148. He is clearing at a pretty good rate, 7 out of the last 10, but I don't love the 5 shot attempts and 4 shot attempts. It seems a little low for me, especially for the minus 148. Then I looked at Konechny. His chart didn't love either. His attempts are decent when he clears, but if you don't get the attempts, he's not going to clear, obviously. But Tippett looked the best, like 6, 6, 6, 7 over his last 4 games. He's only cleared, but he's cleared in 3 straight, and he's got the better history of anybody. So Tippett would be the one that I would kind of target for this one, I would say.
Yep.
Especially if you kind of think like, okay, Columbus has something to play for, and they take the lead. Their team total hits. They're probably going to be beating this Flyers team, so Philly's going to have to start shooting, and Tippett's one of their shooters. So Tippett would be the play for me on the
You say side. Would be. Sounds like you're not locking. You haven't locked anything in so far. Is that fair to say?
I don't lock anything in before the show. I do it. This is my research time.
Okay. So you haven't. Nothing's come across where like I have to play it.
Yeah, no. But I think Tippett would be the first one.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So
especially the plus 110 line, I like that.
So I'll add it to our short list. Tippett over 2.5 plus 110. Yeah, Columbus 4th overall in terms of shots against. To all positions, second best matchup to wingers. In terms of
anyone else for shots, you thinking, or should we move to points?
Yeah, we can do points. You got
anything? I just want to look. How's Tippett at home? Tippett's a little bit better at home, which is good. 100% against the Blue Jackets at home.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Tippett's for sure on the card. Okay, let's go to points. This has got to be wrong.
Okay, so who are you looking at?
Voronkov's plus 170 for a point?
I guess so.
Doesn't he play top line with
That's why.
Monahan and
He's on the
Marchenko?
third line. So we don't have confirmed lines. Last game, it looks like he played with Sillinger and Olivier on the third line. They moved Jenner to that top line. We should actually look at Jenner for shots.
Yeah, he's been okay. I mean,
Is
plus
he a crazy
170
number?
for a guy
Yeah.
who has points in 2 straight and 3 of the last 4 is pretty good price, even
So
if he's getting it done on that third line. And I mean, it kind of looks
third
like he might
line,
have, because if you look at
second
if you-
power play unit.
if you look at
Yeah,
his
still
time on
getting it
ice,
done, though.
12
Like,
minutes,
yeah.
14, 12, 13, and he's still producing points. So some crazy lines today. Jennifer shots. Very hit and miss. Don't love the attempts either.
No, that's fair enough.
He does like playing Philly. But yeah,
can you look at
his spike games. You just got to nail the spike games.
Yeah, not really a good target then.
No.
Tyson Forster has 8 goals in his last 10 games.
Elite name.
Although, like we said, Jet Greaves, 3 games played, 1 goal against, 9.68 save percentage. So I don't know if he's going to keep that up, but it's just worth noting.
Forster is playing well.
Those are just points. I would imagine those are mostly all goals. Like 3 of them are going to be assists.
Crazy.
That's an interesting one. Ryan Paling has 6
but
goals.
Like you said, Jet Greaves has been playing really, really well.
Shot attempts, though, so doesn't seem sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Fantilli's got 8 goals in his last 11, and he needs 1 for 30.
I would probably play his point instead.
Yeah.
This goal, because he's still getting plus 120. He's got points in multi-point games in 2 straight. Yeah, I like that one. Fantilli for point.
Fantilli and Johnson, compare them. They're on the line together.
Don't even need to pair them. You can play them both straight. Johnson's back to produce some points here.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Anything outside of Tippett that you think should make the short list, or just some things that we could circle back to?
Yeah, I mean, Fantilli, I like for a point.
And he was at what?
Plus 120.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to goalies quick, and then we can move on. So like we said,
23.5 for Urson.
Columbus needs to win this game to make it to the playoffs. I expect them to shoot. My number for Urson is 25.25. I do not quite have the 2 edge, but it is going to be on the card. Columbus has to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. Yeah, I don't.
Greaves.
That's the reasoning. Greaves, my number was 25.14.
No,
so I don't have enough of an edge there.
No. All right.
So Urson's gonna make my card. What was the best price on him?
Minus 114, I think. Oh, and FanDuel.
Thank you very much. All right, that's all for me there. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got the Florida Rays, Florida Panthers. He's not here. Shout out at Firefighter Bets, at Walla Bets. They could not make it today.
Yeah,
Rays,
feel bad for Ray. Everybody send a prayer. It's baseball season, so Ray doesn't care about hockey anymore.
So the Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa, 3rd most goals for. Florida, fewest goals for. Both these teams not allowing many goals against. Florida, 4th most shots for. Tampa, 7th most shots against. Yeah, Florida just not allowing shots at all. The worst matchup to centers, one of the worst matchups to wingers. Tampa Bay is a decent matchup to defensemen. 7th most shots against, 3rd most to defensemen. So Florida shots in particular, defensemen would be ideal. Let's take a look at some props.
Just looking at that, like shots for 4th most shots for, 7th most shots against. I'm looking at Vasi saves if it's Vasi.
All right, there we go.
Be the first
Okay.
look for me, and
So,
then we'll get to the
hold
comment. What do you have for Vasi?
27.76.
Oh.
So 25 or 25 and a half or less. 25 and a half would be a unit play.
And a half.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too high.
Hold on here. Let's see it. Yeah, 26 and a half for everybody, huh? Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good number. We got a
Bastards.
question from they know. Reyes, Texas. Reinhardt shots. Sam Reinhardt shots. Let me take a look at the Florida Panthers.
He's been cruising. Currently. I looked at him last game and I didn't play him.
Actually, they're pretty. They got a lot of guys back though. Bennett's back. Barkov, Reinhardt.
Yeah, Bennett, Barkov, Reinhardt, Verhaeghe, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting a lot of guys right now.
So yeah, Reinhardt. What do we think? That looks like a decent, just good price. 61% head to head.
Just look at this volume, dude. I don't love it.
Yep, that's fair. Okay,
5, 4, 4, 5.
That would take me off.
Yeah.
Forsling. We got Forsling.
I think he was sitting. He was one of the players sitting as well. So Jones chart looks pretty good. He didn't have a shot last game, but he only had 2 attempts.
Okay. Could be rough. So it is a good match.
9 straight on the road. This would be a parlay piece. Like I kind of like that for like a Luke Hughes over 1.5 and Seth Jones over 1.5. That's not bad.
Yeah. All right, write that one down. You good to keep moving? I don't think we have any goalies in here, do we?
Well, we had Vasi, and we already went over it.
Oh, yes, right.
Oh, by the way, this bastard is Jake Gensel. You play the baby bump after he has a kid. He doesn't score. Oh, I didn't. I thought he did score against the Rangers. Yeah. Never mind. He didn't score.
No worries. We'll keep moving.
Oh, that's away. I'm an idiot. Here we go. Let's look at this again. Yeah, the bastard. He didn't score against Detroit, and then he had 2 against Buffalo.
There you go. All right, we're going to keep moving. Washington Capitals taking on the New York Islanders. Both these teams gave up a ton of goals. Washington, 2nd most goals against. New York, 4th most goals against. Washington, only 2.67 goals for per game over the last 30 days. Islanders, 6th most shots for. Capitals, 6th fewest shots against. Islanders, middle of the pack in terms of shots against. Islanders are a decent matchup to wingers, while Capitals are a decent matchup to defensemen. Nothing really crazy. Everybody probably in play for points, and maybe a couple guys for shots in this one. We'll see if the chat has anything or if Tyson has anything.
Do you think I have anything?
Tyson, noted New York Islanders lover.
Anders League, because I saw the Caps are allowed quite a bit to wingers. I just pulled up his chart.
No, Caps are the worst against wingers.
Oh. What were they good against?
The worst. They were mediocre to centers and defensemen, and they give up a ton of goals. That's what I have.
Well, I need better glasses. I'm not, unless the chat has anything. I'm not going to bet this game.
We'll keep it moving. I mean, you might be able to.
Horvat doesn't look terrible.
Yeah.
4, 6,
might be able to do like an OV point and some shots parlay. I don't know how it's priced. But how many goals does he have right now? If he gets 4 goals, you got 900. I keep missing these. Oh, okay. So I got to go back a game. Give a shout out once again to our guy Brewski. So in the Panthers game,
how many eyes though?
5 eyes. Currently sitting at 39 goals is Sam Reinhart. Gensel, 79 points. Braden Point, 79 points. Edmonds got 49 assists. They do have 1 game left. In this game, Dylan Strome currently sitting at 78 points. 2-point night would be nice for him. Anders Lee, your best friend, currently sitting at 29 goals. Horvat at 57 points. Dobson, 39 points. Palmieri, 48 points. And they've got one game left as well.
Dylan
Okay,
Strom
we
for a
can move
parlay
on.
piece didn't look bad.
11 points in his last 11 games against a team giving up that many goals. Do we know who's in net?
Dobson for the milestone plus 126 is decent.
So Sorokin. Oh, we do have two goalies in this one. Have anything?
Yep.
Ugh, no, nothing worth playing. Sorokin is much better of the two goalies that have been playing. He has 2.71 GAA compared to a 5.16 GAA for Hoberg. Probably played because he got pulled in a game. For both these goalies, I have them at 24.4 essentially. So no big edge. You good to keep moving?
Oh, I've been waiting, brother.
All right. Next up, we've got the Utah Hockey Club at the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis 7-2-1 in their last 10, though they are in a 3-game losing streak. Utah 2-game winning streak. Both these teams shooting or scoring around 3 per game. They're both allowing 2.89 goals against per game. That's middle of the pack. Utah, 9th most shots for. St. Louis not allowing many shots and also not shooting a ton. 25 or fewer for both of those numbers. Utah's middle of the pack in terms of shots against. Not a particularly good matchup for any positional group in terms of shots. Utah is giving up a ton of power plays, though. That's the only other thing worth noting. All right. Go to Tyson here. This game also, I believe, has. So St. Louis is
Clinch.
they need to win. Yeah.
Yeah. I think winner get a point, right?
No, I don't think so. So Calgary has 2 games left. They're 2 points behind. So
right.
they need to win.
Minnesota needs 1 point. That's what
Yes. And both those teams.
It's their last game of the year too.
Yep. We got a comment for someone to look at, so we'll jump right to Jordan Kyrou. For anybody who's in the Wager Workshop Discord, that is my free Discord. People talk plays, data, all that fun stuff. Jordan Kyrou is the favorite player.
He's the first one I pulled up just because if you look at Utah, they allow quite a few penalties, and Kyrou leads the team with Dylan Holloway. Dylan Holloway is the only one close to Kyrou in terms of power play shots, and Holloway's out. So
he's resting.
Definitely like Kyrou, minus 135 is a price I'm comfortable with paying. He's got pretty good history against them. Missed last game, so hasn't missed back-to-back games against them in years since 2021. So that's not scaring me off. He did only have 2 attempts, but before that, his volume's been pretty good against them. I like that, especially for the power play angle.
All right.
And he's better at home, I think.
And according to @Brewski with 5 eyes, Jordan Kyrou, 68 points on the season. Rob Thomas, 58 assists, 79 points. I know do we have a price on Rob Thomas assists? I know people have been loving that one and laddering it as well.
Minus 182.
For an assist.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of the ladder point, though, 3 out of the last 5, 3 assists. So that's pretty crazy. Although, even for 2, you're probably not getting a very good number. If it's minus 182. Yeah, they don't adjust the odds, unfortunately.
No, that's at home.
Keller, 29 goals, 79 points. It's their last game of the year.
Look, this is his last 10 chart for 1.5 assists. That's pretty good.
Crazy. Yeah. 19 assists in his last 11 games.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's wild. What's his point look like? He's at 1.5. Dang.
Yeah. Was that like minus
for good reason?
Oh, he's 1.5. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. One more comment while we're on points. Jake Neighbors, plus 105. Back on the top waggy. Oh, we'll just put this up on the screen. I don't have to look anything up. Plus 105, back on the top line, 11 points in his last 10 home games. Point in 7 of the 10.
Yeah, I like his exposure. It's a lot better than playing Robert Thomas for an assist.
Yeah. And no goalie confirmed here, but we'll see. Have to assume it's Pamelka.
No, they started some other new guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Phil Peralta.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't have a terrible game.
Yeah. Anybody else catching your eye?
Keller for a goal, maybe, just if he wants to get to 30.
Yeah.
It's their last game of the year, I believe. So
3 of the last 5.
50% hit rate against the St. Louis, too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Sorry for swearing.
You're good. And there's no value on goalies. I can tell you that, in my opinion. Good to keep moving. We got 3 left. Next up, Anaheim Ducks taking on the Minnesota Wild. There are implications in this one as well. Like we said, Minnesota needs 1 point to clinch. So only 1 point. Both these teams allowing 3.7 goals against. Both are actually middle of the pack in terms of goals for. Both these teams middle of the pack in terms of shots for, hovering around 29 on either side. Anaheim Ducks 5th most shots against. Minnesota 13th most shots against. So not a bad matchup on either side. Anaheim is a great matchup for centers and a terrific matchup for defensemen. I don't think that matters here. Minnesota is a good matchup for wingers and defensemen. Minnesota's won their last one. Anaheim 2-game losing streak. Philip Gustafson in net for the Wild. And we've got some comments in the chat already focusing on one person. The person who just had their KHL record broken. You know who that is?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Nailed it.
Or who broke it? Demidov.
No, yeah. You knew it. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you got it. All over. Kirill goal. Kirill loves playing the Ducks.
I just pulled this up here because I saw on your sheet the Ducks are allowing.
Still showing props back. Oh, there you go.
Are allowing the most power play opportunities. I usually go here and just look at shot attempts, shots on goal, but since Kirill missed so much time, you can just do it per game here. And this is on the power play, 5-on-4, by the way.
Shout out Money Puck.
Yeah. Shots on goal per game, Kirill leads. Shot attempts, Kirill leads. So I like him for shots, and people in the chat apparently already like him for a goal.
Like him for a goal.
Let's take a look.
This is their last game. Ducks' second last game.
Did I pass him? Yep. There we go. When did he come back? Okay, he came back this game. So he's only come back for 3 games. He scored 2 against the Sharks. Weaker opponent. I could see it. Not against it.
Yeah.
What's his shots looking like? Cleared in 2 of 3 since returning. Does like playing the Ducks. Oh, I didn't even look at goal versus Ducks. Yeah, I think Kirill could be a play here for the power play reason. Let's look at his goal head to head. Dang.
Crazy.
5 straight goals or games with a goal. That's a good one. Plus 110 though. Like, is that good enough for a goal prop?
Yeah. Do you have value? I don't know. I would say if you are the type of person who wants to run a goal lay or round robin,
then he'd be perfect.
You need to put in.
Yeah.
As a straight play on the fence, I feel like I might lean shots. How's the volume for shots?
Pretty good. I think. Well, against the Ducks, it's really good.
Last 10 has he?
Since he came back, 15, 5, 12.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's still ripping. He's still ripping. I'm writing that down.
I don't mind that one at all. So do you prefer the shots?
I just can't play the goal at plus 110.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not good enough. But like you said, round robin, and I don't want to like poo-poo on that guy's play. Like it's fantastic history and all that. So I don't blame you if you play it. It's too cheap for me for a goal.
Yep. Zuccarello, 19 goals on the season. So it's worth noting there. Gaudreau, 19 goals on the season as well. Shout out at Brewski with 5 eyes.
You say
Neffel.
Gaudreau?
Yeah, that's what it said. Is that not right?
No. I was just wondering, clarifying who you said.
So 2 points plus 125, if you like that for Kirill. It's cleared in 2 out of 2 this year versus the Ducks.
Hey, bump it up to 2.5. Cleared 3 against the Ducks this year.
It's more fun when he's playing.
Yeah, for sure.
And then in terms of goalies, before we officially move on, or while you're looking at your last few things, Gustafson's 23.5. It's juiced to the under minus 125. My projection is 25.25, so not quite enough for me to play the over, but it's interesting at minus 105. Worth sharing.
I just reloaded.
Anything else before we move on?
What did you have for Gustafson? Sorry,
25.25.
Canucks had 12 shots. We're pathetic.
Sorry, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah, it's a good line.
I get to move. I like Kaprizov the most in this game. Happy with goal, shots, points.
Alrighty, there you go. Just figure out how you want to get Kirill in there. Next up, 2 games left. Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Calgary Flames. Vegas 7-2-1 in their last 10, winning 2 straight. Calgary 5-2-3 in their last 10, winning 2 straight. Again, we're going to take a look here. Calgary needs to win out and needs help from either or Minnesota and St. Louis. So must win for Calgary tonight. Let's take a quick look at the Vegas lines because I know that they have been playing with a skeleton squad in some of these games. So we got Hurdle back, no Eichel on the forward side of things still. And then, still solid decor, but they are missing Pietrangelo and Nick Hague is just sitting out.
Yeah, I think so. Just rest.
Okay, there you go. So 2 of their top 6 defensemen. And then so Neffel just wanted a quick note. Shabbat TOI for the prize picks, folks.
Let's go. We'll go back to that after the games. Also, Neffel just put in what it is. What's the line for his TOI?
Oh, yeah. If you got that, Neffel, what the over-under number is. Okay. Anything for Vegas at Calgary? Vegas not allowed. Neither of these teams allowing a ton of goals. Neither of these teams scoring a ton. Calgary is shooting a lot, but they're playing the team that gives up second fewest shots against. Calgary, 27 shots against. That's good for 12th fewest. Decent matchup for centers, but outside of that, not really a ton here. Okay, and then we got our Sanderson number whenever we want to go that. Look at that.
Okay.
Throw it to Tyson for some player stuff.
I would just consider kind of Vegas goalies because they are hurt, and I know they haven't been allowing a ton lately, but how long is like Eichel and NHL goalie props just said take in all caps, take Forsberg saves over 21.5. So seems like you got a 11-0 collab coming.
We'll see. Okay, well, we're on the same page on that one. So there you go. It's good. Yeah, Jackson Lacombe.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, I'm still on Jackson Lacombe. My bad. I just figured that they would be allowing more shots without. They did against Colorado. 36
Colorado
against Colorado.
dominated them.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game.
25 against Seattle, and then only 17 against the Preds, but that's the Preds. Calgary actually has something to play for, so depending on what line we get for Vegas goalie, I kind of would look into that. Because Calgary, like we said, have something to play for. They're not playing a ton of their starters. I'd look into that, but
yeah, my number 25.24. We do have a line for Wolf. That does not account for injuries, I will say. So you have to manually kind of account for that. We have a number for Wolf as well. Wolf's number 24.5. My projection there was 25. So
nope.
That would be a stay, especially with we don't know what this Vegas team can do.
Yeah.
And
anybody for shots? You got to tip your cap to Mark Stone. I mean, playing in game 81, like he's usually out by game 68. So, yeah.
We did have some milestones from at Brewski with 5 eyes. Mark Stone sitting at 19 goals, 48 assists. Hurdle 59 points, and Howden 39 points. Huberdeau 28 goals, and then Backlund 29 points. Coleman 38 points. Uyghur 38 points. They have 2 games left on the Flames side of things. All right.
Hurdle had a milestone?
I already got rid of it, but yes, it was points. Hold on.
Just a pretty good price for minus 120.
Hurdle 28 assists, 59 points right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play that, I don't mind Hurdle at the price.
All right.
I'm probably not going to play it because I don't know. I don't love this game, especially on the Vegas side.
Yeah, the one thing. Okay, so Dorofeyev, another Cord favorite, the group. We're thinking shots for him.
Yeah, not bad.
Not a 10.
Attempts are decent.
Yeah,
cleared in 5 straight. Head to head, decent, and he's better at home, right? I thought he was better on the road. That's pretty close, 64 to 66.
All right. And then
I'm not playing it at that price though.
Sure. Okay, let's take a quick look at Shabbat time on ice real quick, and then we'll go to our last game.
Oh God, let's just do last 10. So where did but I want to see without players? Come on now.
What's that? Oh, he's waiting for the computer.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Now we're talking. But how far does this go back? Oh, this is... Okay, so I would only look here, I guess. In the one game without him this season, he had 29.7 minutes. And then I don't know if Sanderson was playing in 2023. I believe he was, but I don't think he's the player that he is today. But he was still clearing in every game with Sanderson. But the one game here, 29.7 against the Bruins, was this season. So, yeah, that's a great one for any Prize Picks users. I definitely play that.
Boom. There you go. Tyson, real quick, where can the people find your work outside of these shows?
You find me at Spittin' Picklets on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. All my plays in the Cook the Books Discord and all my written content at Canucks Army.
Love it. You can find me at ShopProps on Twitter /X, shopprops.com for NHL data, and Wager Workshop Discord if you want to chat with other like-minded people. It's a free one, no official plays or anything. I do share kind of my leans, but That's what we do there. One game left. And with that being said, I don't know if there will be a Thursday show, and we will adjust things for the playoffs. So we'll kind of not necessarily stick to a standard schedule, but we'll let you know when shows are happening. We do want to try and run a couple, and we'll see if anything else comes up.
Hopefully, we'll do a Friday one, kind of previewing once we have all the matchups and stuff. We'll do, because I think we have a quick turnaround, right? End of the season is Thursday, and then playoffs start Saturday. So we only have one day to do it. So it'll probably just be us too. Let's be honest, but
we'll see. Maybe we can get some special guests. Who knows?
Yeah, good call.
Last game, the Los Angeles Kings taking on the Seattle Kraken. Los Angeles coming up a shutout win against the Edmonton Oilers. They will be playing them for the 14th straight year in a row in round one.
I think you're underselling it.
I think it's 3, 4. Either it's a lot.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. 4, yeah. Okay, there you go. So in terms of this game, Los Angeles scoring the 6th most goals for over the last 30 days. Seattle not scoring a ton. Neither of these teams allowing a ton of goals, 2.5 or fewer on both sides. Kings are middle of the pack in terms of shots for. Seattle not shooting a ton. Kings not allowing a ton. And Seattle middle of the pack in terms of shots against. It's a good matchup for wingers and defensemen on the Kings side. Seattle defensemen you could consider for shots as well. Both these teams giving up a good amount of power plays, worth noting. All right. We'll see if there's any plays here. And if not, we will wrap it up and wish you all good luck.
Kempe looks decent, -142. Don't love, but his attempts over his last 2. Yeah, pretty good. But you could, this is one that I'd consider for his over 2.5 shots and his point. His point has been cruising lately. Whatever this is, I'm not doing the math, but looks pretty good. Lots of green. Yep. Few 3-point games in there, mixed with some pretty good attempts. Whatever you can get to get plus money. Like if you can even do 2 shots and then plus a point and get plus money, that's still pretty good. I don't know anything else. I kind of looked at Kuzmenko because Canucks legend, and he's also been pretty good on that top line, the Triple K line. I'm not going to say it the other way. But yeah. And then you said Seattle D?
Yeah. I know they have a couple guys who are known to fire the biscuit.
Known to rip a puck, if you will. Yeah, Montour's okay. Is he better at home? Yeah, 9 out of the last 10 at home. It's pretty good. His attempts are pretty good, but I typically don't play anyone against the Kings. They're a pretty good shot suppression team. They don't allow a ton of goals. They play boring hockey, even though they try to go away from it. So I'm probably not going to target anyone on the Seattle side. Probably Kempe would be the only one. Did you have any saved lines or anything?
Nothing for this one.
Later game, so we'll probably have to wait a little bit for it. But
I can say Vamelka was confirmed since we did that game. His line's at 22.5. That's basically what I had it in projected for. And we do have, so you said you had Vasi at 26.5. 25.5 on DraftKings at -130. So that's probably going to be a play.
That's a play. That's a play.
So Vasi over 25.5. For goalies, I know shots, the price can move up to, I don't know, -175, even higher. Goalies don't really move much past -130. So if you like it, lock it in.
They'll just move the line.
It's much easier. They have way more flexibility on saves.
Yeah.
To do that. So yeah, if you like that one and that line in particular, I would say lock it in. I wouldn't be.
I just e-transfer you a unit and then you can just bet it for me.
I got you if you want it. Not a problem.
Right on.
All right.
I think that's all I got, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna run down the plays real quick and then we will wrap up. So Anton Forsberg over 21.5 saves, -115. Owen Tippett over 2.5 shots, +110. Adam Fantilli for a point, +120. Sam Urson over 23.5 saves, that's -115. Tyson had a potential parlay of Luke Hughes, and Seth Jones, both to get 2+ shots. Jordan Kyrou over 2.5 shots at -135. And Kirill the Thrill over 3.5 shots, That's at minus 125. So that's a short list. Yeah, do
I like
look
those
into it a
plays,
little bit
man.
more. Yeah, we will see. Maybe you and I can put out a collab tonight. Collab stream.
Hey, well, we could do Vasi.
So
You could do
yes,
Forsberg with NHL goalies, and then we can do Vasi.
we both like Vasi. Yes,
Yeah.
I am down for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyson, thank you for your time. We
Thank you,
will
brother.
schedule something else soon. Thanks everybody for joining. Best of luck tonight, and we'll see y'all soon. Take care.
See you on Friday.
Probably.